had to stop. The bike is smelling of petrol. I don't know what it is. Brake failure. It would be quite nice to have brakes. I don't. For £10 and 10p. That's a lot more than I thought, to be honest. Service. Every button I press, it just says service. Why is it making that noise? Can you hear that? Can't see what any of these are. Smoking quite a lot. That can't be good. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm even going to make it into work. Good morning, guys. Oh, it's cold. I have done something stupid and quite possibly reckless. I set out to see if I could buy the cheapest BMW R1200 RT on eBay. Why? Well, I found out that my train ticket to work was going to be £4,600 a year. So I thought to myself, there must be a cheaper and better way to make it to work. I think I found a solution. However, the cheapest bike on eBay was this. An ex-police bike, 2010, million miles on the clock, and it's seen better days. I'm not even sure that this bike can make it into work on a cold winter's morning. I had to go all the way up to Glasgow to buy this bike. But when I got to Glasgow, the bike wasn't even there. And if you fancy seeing that story, just watch my other video. This bike has so many problems, I don't even know where to start. On the way back from Scotland, I didn't even know if I was going to make it back because the bike started making funny noises. I haven't really got time to get it inspected yet, but I will go through everything that's wrong with it. Also, when it said ex-police bike, I didn't really realise that it was still a police bike. Right, only one thing. Why is it making that noise? Can you hear that? We haven't even left yet. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, why am I riding on such a cold day? Don't be silly, Dan. No one rides a motorbike on a cold, frosty winter's morning. Well, I made a deal with my better half. She said the only way I could have another motorcycle, because I've got a Harley and I told her a Harley can't ride in the winter. She asked me, why is it so expensive? And I couldn't answer that. But she said the only way that I could have another motorbike was if I was to ride it in every single day without moaning or complaining, and even on the coldest winter day. I didn't realise that this winter was going to be so cold. Last winter, we hardly had any cold days. We're only in November and we've already had frost like 5-6 times. Can you hear that? It's not meant to make that noise. I might have made a massive mistake here. Anyway, only one thing to do, bite the bullet and try and see if it'll make it to work. As if you can see it, brake failure. It would be quite nice to have brakes, but seems like I don't, and it's very frosty. Can't see what any of these are because they've been so sun damaged that all the writing has disappeared. It's done 55,000 miles. Got a nice little damp distributor here. These are particularly cool. Even when it's been dry for many days, they will retain the moisture in the seat and let it out on your back even on a dry day. He's smoking quite a lot and a little bit of blue smoke. Some smoke coming from down here, that's interesting. But mostly I'm worried about the lack of brakes. That'll be interesting. No, it doesn't work. Oh, it still works. Fantastic. Okay, so we're here at the petrol station. Let's see how much she uses on the route to work. See how much it takes. £19.81p, 12 litres and 71 millilitres, I guess. Thank you. Okay, so the bike is full of petrol, full tank. The trip is 000, so let's see how many miles she does to the gallon. I'm sure I've already got a wet ass. Why is it showing me that I've still got half the tank? So I was saying that the battery is suffering a bit, but it's to be expected in this weather. Wow! The first thing you notice on this bike is just how intuitive everything is on it. This is truly a bike that's been designed around function rather than form. Everything from the handlebars to the foot pegs to the brake pedal to the clutch lever are exactly where you'd expect them to be. And I think you can tell by the look of it, because it's not really a looker. But my God, as soon as you jump on this bike, it feels like you've been riding it for years. You know exactly where everything is. And the other thing that you notice is how neutral it is. It really feels like a BMX bike with a 1200cc boxer engine strapped to it. It feels weightless as you're going along, even at these slow speeds as I'm filtering in and out of traffic. It really is amazing. And this massive screen really protects you from the wind. Sometimes when you get a big screen, they create a bit of a vacuum and you kind of feel pushed forward, but not with this one. It's completely neutral. Let's give it a whoa! Oh my God! I think all the 120 brake horsepower that it had when it came out of the factory in Germany are still here, somewhere in there, moaning and groaning, but they're still here. I didn't expect that. When I bought this £1,500 bike, I knew it was going to be good at commuting, but I never expected it to be fun to ride. What the heck? And I'm doing all this in luxury. Well, kind of luxury. It's all very old-fashioned luxury. The other thing that really hits you on this bike is how old-fashioned it seems and looks. Old analog clocks that I haven't seen the likes of since I scrapped my Ford Sierra. And I've got heated grips, but I've got more heat in one side than the other because one is stuck on high and the other one is stuck on low. So I've got a really hot hand and just a warm hand. But my God, I didn't expect this. There's so much grip, even on a really cold, wintry morning like this, and the bike really communicates exactly how the road surface is. That is truly a surprise. Guys, this is a £1,500 bike. It should not be fun to ride. And it's got so much grip, no brakes though. But this is really its party piece, with those slim bags at the back. The widest point on this bike is the handlebars, and you can just filter with confidence. Even the smallest gaps this massive bike can squeeze through. It just fills you with confidence, this bike. Ah, look at this tool. Yeah, you can see me. I know you can see me. What a tool. If he can't get to work early, neither can I guess. I don't understand why people do this. Why does it infuriate car drivers and van drivers that we can filter. It's not like it's going to take any time out of his journey that I get through. What an absolute tool. My God, when you give it some beans, it springs to life. But I think it's just specific to my bike that is rough under 1500 cc, under 1500 RPM. It's just the abuse that this bike has taken, and the clutch is on off. There's no smooth getting away, but you never have to put your feet down because it's so balanced. And it's getting through gaps that smaller bikes wouldn't even squeeze through. Guys, this is so much fun. I really didn't expect this bike to be fun. I expected a lot of this bike. I expected it to be practical. I expected it to be reliable. I expected it to be a commuter, but I never expected that I would have fun on this bike, and I never expected that I'd feel so at one with the bike just after a couple of miles. I can see why police riders get carried away and take this bike off-road. It really truly feels like this bike will go anywhere you point it. Give it some beans and point it in that direction and it will follow. Probably wrongly, but that's how it feels. Oh, that is unexpected. I did not expect to fall in love with this bike. But I was going to dread riding around on it, but no. It's actually fun. I have to admit, the engine sounds very rough. Can you hear it? Oh my God. But here I am, commuting on a £1,500 bike to work on a cold winter's morning, and I'm having so much fun that I don't actually want this journey to stop. Here we go. And there's so much grip. Lean. No brakes. Fantastic. Had to stop because the bike is really smelling of petrol. I don't know what it is. Okay, so it's not coming from the petrol tank. It says service. Every button I press, it just says service. So that can't be good. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm even going to make it into work. Sorry, guys. Battery ran out. My helmet can. So as I was saying, I mean, this bike is really growing on me. Yeah, it has a lot of flaws. It's not the prettiest thing, and it's very rusty and very corroded. But all the things that are important really work. To the engine, suspension. Well, I say all the things that are important. The brakes don't work. But we'll fix those in good time. We'll fix those. It's so much better here than on my Harley. My Harley does not like to do 20 miles an hour. I don't think many combustion engines like to do 20 miles an hour. It's just too slow for it. It's ridiculous. I understand the 20 mile an hour speed limit in this part, Regent's Park, where I am in the centre of London, because there are so many kids and so many cyclists, and it makes a lot of sense, and I always adhere to it. Mainly because there's loads of cops in here with speed camp, but it also makes sense. Yeah, definitely no brakes. Yeah, you just don't ever need to put your foot down. Right? Got it. You can really get in and out of the pump mode. For those of you who are watching in a different country, the UK roads are third world roads. They've got potholes, manhole covers, bits missing everywhere, weird markings. They're atrocious. None of the works road. Look at this, it's just a bit like that, you see? Crazy. That's not even a pothole, that's just a hole. Here, look at this road here. Oh. It's just been patched up so many times, but there is every single one of them, like the car bars got. It's ridiculous, really. I don't know what we pay most. There certainly isn't the upkeep of the road. So there we go. That was my commute. Right guys, so we're back to where we started, where everything started this morning. And I'm just going to fill up with petrol and then see how much we've used. So £10 and 10p, 6 litres and 46 pence. That's a lot more than I thought, to be honest. Let's see how many miles we did. Let me see. It's a service, 55 miles and 3 yards. I don't know. Okay, so we'll have to work that out and see. Right, so what do you get for your 1,500 quid, I hear you ask? Well, not a lot really. Well, first of all, you get BMW's amazing 1200cc boxer engine pushing out about 120 brake horsepower. It's a very torquey engine. It's a mixture of oil and air cooled, and it's a proven engine, and it's a great engine for winter riding. An engine much loved by riders all around the world, and especially professional riders. So paramedics, police forces around the world have loved this engine. What do you get in terms of luxury? Well, not a lot really. You get heated grips. On this particular model, gets extremely hot on this side and not so hot on this side. You also only get a single seat, so that could be a negative or a positive depending on how you look at it. You get BMW's very handy little storage cupboard, although on this model there's no way of getting into it. So I don't know what's in there. Maybe there's treasure or an old police gun or something. I doubt it. You also get these narrow pannies. I think they hold about 19 litres, and I really like these. These are amazing. They should really be standard on every city bike because they are no wider than the handlebars. So your bike doesn't technically get any wider, but you can still carry stuff. Normally you get amazing BMW ABS brakes, but I don't have ABS and I have very little brakes. You get this amazing screen, and it really is something else. It keeps you dry in the rain, and it keeps all the wind off you at any speed. There's no buffering whatsoever. You can also accessorize your bike with this handy little BMW RT bag, specially designed for it. It kind of clips into a bracket that's already there. Normally on an RT there's cruise control, but on this one I have a little screw that tightens the throttle. Kind of works as a cruise controller. You also get a little hump underneath here. Opens up like that. You can keep all your electronics in there for all of the sirens and other Christmas lights. You also get these mirrors that are integrated into the fairing. Very unique. Some people love them and some people hate them. For me, it's mixed. Literally, I can get one this side over here to work amazingly. I can see everything, and this one I just seem to see my elbow, and I don't seem to be able to adjust it in any way or form where it seems to work for me. Very bizarre. You get really good analog, not LED headlights. I might change that later. On this one I get some nice sirens, not standard. Yeah, I think that's it, really. Very basic. You get some speaker covers but with no speakers inside them. Bizarre. There's obviously no sat nav on this one. I think it sits up here on the commercial version. So yeah, there you have it. 2010 BMW R1200 RTP. What a beast it is.